In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. My name is Abdul Khaliq Dervish. Dear friends, two young people below 40 years of age, mean they were rich. One was rich, one was super rich. They were very overweight and they decided to seek the guidance and consultancy of a renowned doctor, physician, nutritionist. They took an appointment and visited visited him. During the conversation, paid the fee and sat with that particular physician, nutritionist, figure expert. During the conversation, this consultant asked them, "Can you stop eating rice and wheat flour, which is called roti? Can you stop eating it?" Both of them thought for a while and then refused that we can't stop eating it. Dear friends, the fee they had already paid, they returned back from there and continued whatever they were eating earlier. Their weight remained the same. Both of them were diabetic as well. Now, dear friends, as I said, one of them was rich, another one of them was super rich. But they could not reduce their weight at all. Rather, the super rich person, he was inserted. He got some heart trouble, a bit of heart trouble, and a stunt had been has to be inserted in his arteries, in his veins, to continue the blood flow. Dear friends, now I think that person, one of the person who is very rich, this person has become a heart patient, and this is what is going on with these people. They people did not have enough amount of willpower, self discipline to control whatever they have been eating. If at all an ordinary person, a commoner, refused to stop eating the wheat, flour, the roti, then it is understandable because he don't have many of the options to eat. But as for these two people were concerned, they people are having enough amount of money. One of them was very rich. They could have eaten whatever they wanted to eat, whatever is available in the market, because he don't have even to bother for the sake of going somewhere to buy something. Rather, they do have so many of the employees. They do have a kitchen handed over to their cook, to their chef. I think so it was very easy for these two persons to stop eating the rice and the wheat, but they could not do it due to lack of willpower, due to lack of self discipline. I think in a case like this one, they should have, if at all they could not muster enough amount of willpower to overcome this habit of wheat eating and rice eating. I think they should have visited and sought the consultancy of a clinical psychologist, of a psychiatrist, and this clinical psychologist would have guided them a lot, and would have led them properly to create a kind of self discipline or willpower which would enable them to stop eating the wheat and the rice and to start eating the other alternative ways, to so that they could keep getting the nutrition and they could keep losing the weight as well. But they did not opt for it, although it was very easy for them paying the fees, because both of them were rich. One was quite rich. It was very easy for them to keep paying the fee and to keep traveling, because they were having multi vehicles at their home. Dear friends and fellows, I think every time and any time we are in need of a psychologist's help, I think we shouldn't hesitate to do that, because if at all we keep thinking that I shouldn't be going to a psychologist and psychiatrist unless and until I became absolutely abnormal, unless and until I do became an insane person. I think this notion is wrong, this attitude is wrong, and it is based on the ignorance. Because if at all we do travel to the Western world, I mean, which we the Eastern people are following and maybe following blindly as well. If at all we do visit those countries like the Western Europe and North America, we will come to know that it is quite normal and to visit a clinical psychologist, to visit a psychiatrist, to seek their help. And I think it is quite normal, it is quite a routine, and nobody think that this is something, this is like a stigma. It is not a stigma at all. It is not a matter of infame at all. It is not a matter of shame at all. Quite contrary, because of the ignorance here in our society, people are of the view that if at all I do take the consultancy of a psychologist or psychiatrist, it would be considered like I'm an insane. I am an insane person. I think first of all the other people should not be knowing it, and if at all even they know it, I think there is no reason to not to seek the consultancy of a clinical psychologist only because the people will laugh at us. I think that is absolutely wrong. Another friend of mine who was a legal practitioner, something went wrong with his married daughter. I mean, as far her marriage was concerned, this person became very much upset and depressed. Now somebody told him, advised him that once I was also in depression, but I kept visiting that female psychologist, clinical psychologist. She kept treating me, she kept counseling me, and she advised me certain medicines as well to be taken for a certain period of time, which I had been taking, and the counseling I had been receiving for that particular person. Now I have become quite normal. This friend of mine who was a legal practitioner, he acted upon it immediately and became quite a normal person after a bit of the time. I think so. If at all, any time we do come across a situation where we are in need of a psychologist, of a psychiatrist, we shouldn't be hesitating at all. We shouldn't hesitate. We shouldn't be hesitant at all to seek their consultancy, to seek their professional help. If at all we do that, if at all we refuse their professional help, something serious might occur, and we ourselves will be responsible for that. So I am of the view that every time and any time, if unfortunately we are in a situation where we are in need of a psychiatrist help, we should immediately take that because our benefit does lies in it. Thank you.